Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Emma, the English podcast. I hope you're feeling good today because this episode is going to change the way you understand English tenses. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Hey, everyone. And yes, I'm excited too, but also a little nervous.
Nervous? Why?
Because whenever I hear the word tenses, I feel like it's going to be complicated.
That's exactly the problem most learners have. They think tenses are difficult, full of rules, and hard to remember.
Yes, like too many formulas, too many tables.
But today, we are not doing that.
Thank God.
Today, we're going to learn tenses the natural way, through conversation.
So no boring grammar?
No boring grammar, only real-life speaking. Before we begin, one important thing. Don't just listen. Speak with us.
Repeat our sentences.
And imagine the situations.
That's how your English becomes natural.
So, today, in this episode, we will cover 4 very important tenses.
The most useful ones.
The ones you actually use every day.
Okay, I feel better already.
Let's start very simple. Jack, tell me, what do you do every day?
Every day, okay, I wake up at around 8 a.m., then I drink coffee, and after that, I check my phone.
Perfect. Did you notice something?
What?
You just used your first tense without even thinking.
Really?
Yes, that is called the present simple tense, but don't worry about the name.
Okay, so what matters is how I use it, not what it's called.
Exactly. You used it to talk about your daily routine.
So whenever I talk about things I do regularly, I use this tense.
Yes. Let's make it even clearer. I'll ask you again. What do you do in the morning?
I wake up, I brush my teeth, I drink coffee, and I listen to music.
Perfect. Very natural.
So learners can also answer like this?
Yes. Let's make them practice. Say this out loud. I wake up early.
Now say, I drink coffee.
And one more. I go to work.
Simple sentences, but very powerful.
Yes, because this is how real conversation starts.
Jack, I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if I want to talk about what I'm doing right now?
Now we move to the next level.
I'm ready.
Right now, you are talking to me.
Yes.
So you say, I am talking to you.
Oh, so now I add am and ing.
Exactly. This is how we talk about actions happening now.
Let me try more. I am sitting. I am listening. I am learning.
Perfect. That's exactly how you do it.
So the difference is simple. If it's something I do every day, I say, I wake up early.
Correct.
If it's happening right now, I say, I am talking.
Exactly. That's actually not complicated at all.
See, tenses are easy when you learn them naturally.
Let's make it more fun.
Okay, I like that idea.
Let's imagine a situation. You call me on the phone.
All right. Hey, what are you doing?
I am watching a movie.
Good. Now I ask, what do you do every evening?
I watch movies.
Perfect. You used both forms naturally. This feels like real life, not a grammar lesson.
Exactly what we want.
I think learners are starting to feel confident.
Yes, and now we make it even more interesting.
How?
Let's go to the past.
Talking about yesterday.
Yes. Tell me, what did you do yesterday?
Yesterday, I watched a movie, I talked to my friend, and I went for a walk.
Perfect. You just used another tense.
Let me guess. Past something?
Yes, but again, don't focus on the name.
So when I talk about completed actions in the past, I use this form.
Exactly. Let me try again. Yesterday, I woke up late.
I ate breakfast.
I watched a show.
Perfect. Very natural. I noticed something.
What?
We are not memorizing anything, but I'm still learning.
That's the power of conversation-based learning.
I think this is a good point to pause before we go deeper.
Yes, because in the next part,
we'll go deeper into past situations and more natural storytelling.
And also mix everything together in real conversations. All right. You just told us what you did yesterday.
Yes, I said I watched a movie, talked to my friend, and went for a walk.
Perfect. That was clear and simple. But now I want to make it a little more interesting.
Uh-oh, here comes the twist.
Don't worry, it's a fun one. Tell me, what were you doing at 8 p.m. yesterday?
At 8 p.m., I think I was watching that movie.
Exactly. Did you notice the difference?
Yes, I said I was watching, not I watched.
Good. And that small change is very important.
So I watched is just a finished action.
Yes.
But I was watching means the action was in progress at that time.
Exactly. You're not just telling what happened, you're showing the situation.
That actually feels more detailed.
Yes, and that's how storytelling becomes more interesting.
Let me try again. At 7 p.m., I was eating dinner. At 9 p.m., I was talking to my friend.
Perfect. That's exactly how you use it.
I like this tense. It feels like I'm painting a picture.
That's a beautiful way to describe it. Now, let's make it even more real. I'll ask you a question. What were you doing when I called you yesterday?
When you called me, I was watching a movie.
Perfect. Now listen carefully. I called you, that's one action, and you were watching a movie. That's another action happening at the same time.
Oh, so two actions, one interrupts the other.
Exactly.
This is starting to make a lot of sense now.
Good. Let's try another example. What were you doing when it started raining?
I was walking outside when it started raining.
Perfect. That's a very natural sentence.
So I can say, I was studying when my friend called. I was sleeping when my alarm rang.
Exactly. These are real-life sentences.
I feel like now we can tell better stories.
Yes, and let's do that right now. Tell me a short story about yesterday evening.
Okay. Yesterday evening, I was sitting in my room and I was watching a movie. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was my friend, and he asked me to come outside.
That's very nice. See how natural that sounds?
Yes, and I didn't even think too much.
That's the goal. Now let's make it a little more fun.
I'm ready.
Let's imagine a funny situation. You were walking in the park yesterday.
Okay.
Tell me what happened.
All right. I was walking in the park and I was listening to music. Suddenly, I saw a dog running toward me. I got scared, but then I realized the dog just wanted to play.
That's a great story. And it feels more interesting than just saying, I walked in the park.
Yes, because now you are showing the moment, not just telling it.
Exactly. Because now you are showing the moment, not just telling it.
I think learners will enjoy this way of learning.
Yes, because it's not about memorizing rules, it's about using language.
Can we mix everything now?
Yes, that's the best way to practice. I'll ask you questions, and you answer naturally. What do you do every morning?
I wake up early, I drink coffee, and I check my phone.
What are you doing right now?
I am talking to you and recording this podcast.
What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday, I watched a movie and talked to my friend.
What were you doing at 8 p.m. yesterday?
I was watching that movie.
Perfect. You just used all four forms naturally.
And it didn't feel difficult at all.
Exactly, because you learned through conversation.
I think this is a good moment to remind learners of something important.
Yes, go ahead.
Just don't try to remember everything at once. Just practice small sentences daily.
And slowly, everything becomes natural.
I feel like we should give learners a small speaking challenge.
Great idea. All right, everyone, here is your challenge. Answer these questions out loud.
What do you do every day?
What are you doing right now?
What did you do yesterday?
What were you doing at a specific time yesterday?
Don't think too much. Just speak.
Even if it's not perfect, it's okay.
Because speaking is more important than being perfect.
And honestly, if you've reached here, you've already done something very important.
Yes, you stayed consistent, and that's the first step to becoming fluent.
Exactly. Because learning English is not about one day. It's about showing up again and again.
And today, we're going to bring everything together in a very natural way.
No pressure, no confusion, just real conversation.
Okay, I have an idea.
Tell me.
Let's imagine a full day in my life, and I'll try to describe it using everything we learned.
I love that idea. Go ahead.
Okay, so every day I wake up around 8 a.m., I drink coffee, and I check my phone for messages.
Good. That's your daily routine.
Right now, I am sitting here with you, talking and recording this podcast.
Perfect. That's what's happening now.
Yesterday was a little different. I woke up late, I missed my breakfast, and I felt a bit lazy.
That sounds like a real day.
Yes, and in the evening, I watched a movie and talked to my friend.
Nice. Now add more detail.
Okay, at around 8 p.m., I was watching a movie when my friend called me.
Perfect. That's a complete and natural story.
Wow, I just used everything without thinking too much.
Exactly. That's the goal. Not to think about rules, but to speak naturally.
I feel more confident now.
That's amazing, and that's exactly what learners should feel after this episode.
Let's do something fun again.
Of course.
Let's imagine a small story together.
All right, I'll start and you continue. Every morning, a girl named Anna wakes up early, drinks coffee, and goes for a walk.
Right now, she is walking in the park and listening to music.
Yesterday, she met an old friend and talked for a long time.
At that moment, she was walking slowly and enjoying the fresh air when her friend suddenly appeared.
That's beautiful.
And very natural.
Yes, and learners can create their own stories like this.
I think storytelling is the best way to practice tenses.
Absolutely, because it connects language with imagination.
Okay, now I want to ask something important again.
Go ahead.
What if learners still feel confused sometimes?
That's completely normal. Confusion is part of learning.
So they shouldn't stop.
Never. Even if you feel confused, keep speaking, keep listening, and slowly everything becomes clear.
That's very encouraging.
Yes, because confidence comes from practice, not perfection.
I think now we should give learners a full real-life conversation example.
Yes, something they can use in daily life. Let's imagine two friends meeting after a day. Hey, how was your day?
My day was good. I woke up early, went to work, and finished my tasks.
That sounds productive. What are you doing now?
Right now, I am relaxing and talking to you.
What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday, I stayed at home and watched a movie.
What were you doing when I messaged you last night?
I was watching that movie when you messaged me.
Perfect. That's a complete and natural conversation.
And learners can use this in real life.
Yes, that's the most important thing.
I feel like we should give one final challenge.
Yes, something simple but powerful. All right, everyone, here is your final speaking challenge. Talk about your day using 4 steps.
Step 1, say what you do every day.
Step 2, say what you are doing right now.
Step 3, say what you did yesterday.
Step 4, say what you were doing at a specific time yesterday.
If you can do this, you already understand these tenses.
Exactly.
I think this episode was really powerful.
Yes, and the best part is, it was simple.
No complicated rules.
Just real English.
Before we end, let's remind learners of one important thing.
You don't need to be perfect to speak English.
You just need to start speaking.
And keep going even if you make mistakes.
Because mistakes are part of learning.
And every mistake brings you closer to fluency.
All right, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode,
don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And most importantly,
keep practicing every day.
And you've been listening to Talk Emma, the English podcast.
Remember, English is not about rules, it's about expression.
And every time you speak, you grow stronger.
So don't stop. Answer this out loud. What do you do every day?
What are you doing right now?
What did you do yesterday?
Say your answers. Don't just think. Keep speaking.
Keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone!